Hello, this will be a quick presentation on Theme 2 for RED6544. The theme is, why is text selection important in reading comprehension? And within this theme, you are going to analyze a text that is appropriate for the student with whom you worked for the student assignment last theme. There are several required readings for this theme from your textbook, from the Cummins textbook, chapter 4 to 5. In Harvey and Goodby, you're reading chapters 4, 5, and 14. And then there's an article located in the Theme 2 module in the Modules tab on Canvas by Morgan and Rosinski. Also, as noted in the first theme and in your syllabus, please try to pace yourself for the PLC text. As you know, Theme 3, which starts on June 6th, will be the that will be the PLC theme. So by then you will really have needed to read the entire book so that you can work with your group on the presentation. Your assignments are similar to the first theme. You have the learning log and teachers as readers. All you need to do is paste the URL or the web link for each of these in the appropriate assignment. So I don't necessarily need an additional document, although if you feel more comfortable uploading a Word document in addition to that link, that's fine. But please paste a separate link to Learning Log and a separate link to Teachers as Readers. It just helps keep me organized, and with as many of you as are in the class, I appreciate every opportunity to be organized. The next assignment is part of your curricular quartet, and it is a text analysis. It's called a textbook analysis in the syllabus, but I don't want you to think that this means that you must use a Basel reader or any other type of textbook. It can be any text that you would use that you deem appropriate for the student that you identified for the student assignment in Theme 1. Just keep in mind that all of these assignments are due on June 5th at 11:59 p.m. For the textbook analysis, again, you select a text that is appropriate for the student you discussed in the student assignment. So in determining appropriateness, you're really thinking about any interests that you know for that particular student, as well as what you know about his or her reading level and reading abilities. So really thinking through your text selection. Up in the Files tab or the Modules tab under Theme 2, there are several documents that are designed to help you put this particular assignment together. First of all, there's a template. If you follow that template, you'll have the formatting for this particular assignment. It breaks down exactly how you should put the paper together. There's also a text complexity rubric. You're going to use that rubric to determine the complexity of the text that you are using. If you're a little bit unclear about text complexity, there's also a short article under the textbook analysis tab in Theme 2 that might just help you kind of better understand it. If you feel pretty comfortable with text complexity once you've looked at that rubric, the article is not a required reading. It's just there to help you out if you need it. Then finally, there's a readability checklist. And again, that's just a checklist that you use. It's noted in the template to help you get a sense of the readability of the book. So you're using both of those, the rubric and the checklist, to describe why the text you selected is appropriate for the student. Now, here's the thing. You may, at the end of using the rubric and the checklist, realize that the book that you selected is actually not appropriate for the student you're working with. That is fine. You do not need to select a different book. You just need to discuss that. That you selected this book, you thought it was appropriate. However, by going through this process, you realize that you probably need to select a different text. So the goal of this assignment really is for you to go through the process of analyzing a text. And if it turns out that it is a match for the student you're working with, that's fantastic. If it turns out that it's not a match for the student you're working with, that is totally fine. And again, you do not need to go back to the drawing board. You just need to write about that in the paper itself, in the conclusion. So if you have any questions about this, once you have read through the template, once you've looked at the rubric, and once you've looked at the checklist, you're welcome to reach out to me. But I think that this particular assignment is actually, once you get through that template, is pretty self-explanatory. However, again, just as a reminder, I'm always happy to help. Take care.